The nuclear weapons disposal facility on Shadow Moses Island in Alaska's Fox Archipelago was attacked and captured by next-generation special forces, being led by members of Foxhound. They're demanding that the government turn over the remains of Big Boss, and they say that if their demands are not met within 24 hours, they'll launch a nuclear weapon. You'll have two mission objectives. First, you're to rescue DARPA Chief Donald Anderson and the president of Armstech, Kenneth Baker. Both are being held as hostages. Secondly, you're to investigate whether or not the terrorists have the ability to make a nuclear strike, and stop them if they do.
What's the insertion method?
We'll approach the disposal facility by sub.
And then?
We'll launch a one-man SDV. After the SDV gets as close as it can, dispose of it. From there on, you'll have to swim. High-Tech Special Forces Unit Foxhound. Your former unit, and one that I was a commander of.
So they're still around.
There are 6 members of Foxhound involved in this terrorist activity. Psycho Mattis, with his powerful psychic abilities. Sniper Wolf, the beautiful and deadly sharpshooter. Decoy Octopus, master of disguise. Vulcan Raven, giant and shaman. And Revolver Ocelot, specialist in interrogation and a formidable gunfighter. And finally, in charge of them, Foxhound's squad leader, Liquid Snake.
Liquid Snake?
The man with the same codename as you. The nuclear weapons disposal facility covers the whole island. I'll instruct you by codec after you reach your target.
Hello everyone, it's the Resident Under Rock, and today we're going to continue playing, or planning to finish, Metal Gear Solid. Last time we finished with, last time we started with a boss fight with Psycho Mantis, wherein part of the time he was possessing Meryl. I managed to beat him, no problem. Then we encountered the Sniper Wolf, but we didn't have a sniper, so I had to go back. Meryl was shot, and we really couldn't fight back, so we had to go back to the armory. You know, the same place where the DARPA chief died. And after getting the sniper rifle, we went ahead and go back to where we left Meryl. I actually died once there because the sniper rifle wasn't really working well, because second time around there was no problem. Okay, after that we were captured, tortured, interrogated twice. Managed to escape prison with the help of Otacon. So we went back to where before we were captured. Had to climb the communication tower, chased by a number of soldiers, and had to rappel down because Liquid destroyed the bridge between the communications tower. Then fought Liquid, who was piloting the helicopter behind D. And what else? I managed to beat him. Went down the elevator, fought some invisible enemies who took Otacon's stealth suits. And then he fought Sniper Wolf again. All this time though, it was the last time. She's dead now. And we're underground now. You know what? I'll let this guy this thing tell you what happened so far. Oh yeah, I have to change this. I think that sound scared me. Switch discs. This tool. Yes. This type. There we go. There you go. To stop the launch of a new type of nuclear warhead, Snake must use a detonation code emergency override key at the underground maintenance space up north or destroy Metal Gear itself. Snake fights Liquid's Hind D on the roof of the communications tower B and defeats it. He then gets to Snowfield north of the communications tower B and defeats Sniper Wolf again. After beating her again, Snake and Otacon stay with her until her moment of death. Snake successfully goes to the entrance to the underground maintenance space and takes a large cargo elevator to get to the lower level of the Metal Gear underground maintenance space. I haven't gone to the cargo elevator yet. I'm about to. I am about to. Actually, I have no problem with supplies. Although I need more Stinger missiles. But there's really not many places to get that, I think. Oh. Control settings. Drill mode. Analog mode. There we go. Wait. There's nothing weird here, right? Okay, nothing weird. Did say it's gonna ruin your eyes. I thought we were dead. Send out Pro. So we're here. Pumps. Scrolling actually would work. Was there actually an actual bug? No, okay. Answer that question. Oh, I'm gonna keep them thermal. Chaff. There you go. I just don't want to get them. I mean, how many claimer can we get? Yeah, I don't want to get. What was that one? More promise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at least. Okay, so I can't. If I want to, I could have just run, but I still would have gotten shot anyway. No, let's get everybody going.
Metal Gear is straight down. Better move it. There's no time. The terrorists are ready to launch.
Negotiations are all finished,
The government can't cave into terrorist demands.
but they're threatening to launch a nuclear weapon.
They've made their final decision.
Why is the White House being so inflexible? Colonel, is there still something you're hiding from me?
Snake,
There's
please,
always
just
something designed
concentrate
for me.
on stopping them, okay?
There are a lot of crows around here.
Those aren't crows. Those are northern ravens. The Inuit and other Native Americans worship northern ravens as creator deities. Some say that ravens have the power to predict death. The great poet Marlowe wrote about them in the 16th century. Thus, like the sad presaging raven that tolls the sick man's passport in her hollow beak, and in the shadow of the silent night doth shake contagion from her sable wings.
That's pretty gloomy, Master.
By the way,
What?
I've got something to tell you about Naomi Hunter.
What about her?
Oh,
Is this
Hmm.
conversation secure?
Don't worry, the monitor's off.
Okay.
What's
interesting.
up?
I was in the FBI too, you know.
I didn't know that. What's your point?
Usually he calls, but I called him first, so okay,
About her
interesting.
grandfather being an
Didn't know that.
assistant secretary to Hoover in the FBI,
Yeah?
and then going undercover to investigate the mafia in New York.
Yeah, what about it?
It was all a big lie.
What did you say?
It was really bothering me. Why would she lie about it?
She lied.
She might be a spy.
Ridiculous.
Come on, even a high school student could see past it. The head of the FBI at that time, Edgar Hoover, he was a well-known racist. Didn't Naomi say that her father was Japanese?
Yeah?
Well, back then there wasn't a single Asian investigator. Also, in the 1950s, the undercover mafia sting operations hadn't even started yet. They first started in 1960, in Chicago, not New York.
But
You better check it out. The chief and the president mysteriously dying, that ninja, Too many strange things are happening.
Are you saying that Naomi might be behind it?
I don't know. Either that, or she's working with the terrorists.
Could it be?
If I find out anything, I'll call. In the meantime, be careful.
Time. Input.
If you take that elevator down, you'll wind up in the warehouse. Metal Gear's underground maintenance base is just past there.
Ravens.
What?
There are a lot of ravens here.
There were ravens around from before, but for some reason they started to really increase in number around the same time that Foxhound came to the base. It's really weird. I wonder what it could mean.
There's only one thing.
If we do not drastically reduce the number of stockpiled nuclear weapons, it is going to become easier and easier for terrorists to get their hands on them. That means more terrorist attacks like this one. There was some talk about both sides reducing their nuclear stockpiles to a core deterrent force of less than 500 missiles each, and declaring that there would be no nuclear counterstrike in the event of the use of conventional or chemical weapons. But talks fell through. It seems that America is unwilling to relinquish its position as the most powerful country in the world.
Okay. Hey, talk to me about the Sci-Fi.
Good. You found a SOCOM. That's a Special Operations Command pistol. It's a 45 caliber pistol with plenty of stopping power. It's also equipped with a LAM for nighttime combat. If you hold down the weapon button, you can train the laser sight on the enemy to help you aim. If you find a SOCOM suppressor, you can equip that too. That pistol was designed specifically for use by special forces, so I think it will be useful. Some people find it a little heavy and hard to use, but it shouldn't be a problem for you.
We have promise. Whoa.
That is a FAMAS. It is a bullpup-style assault rifle. It is durable and easy to use. Very resistant to overheating. It is a reliable weapon with smooth action. It can
I
fire
don't
up
think
to
so.
1,000 rounds per minute. On full auto, you will empty a 25-round magazine in a few seconds.
Talk to me about the grenade.
You found some grenades. Just pull the pin and it explodes after 5 seconds. You can get a lot done during those 5 seconds, Snake. How you use them is up to you. You found Stinger missiles. Great. They're
No, I
equipped
don't
with
have any
thermal
Stinger
home
missiles.
device, so once they've locked on, they will automatically pursue the target. To lock on, all you have to do is line up the crosshairs. Stingers are very potent, short-range, low-altitude SAMs. In Afghanistan, the Mujahideen shot down hundreds of Soviet aircraft with them. In fact, they were forced to change their tactics. One of my favorite horror books is called Stinger, and my favorite cocktail is a Stinger. I guess you could say I've got a thing for Stingers. Those are claymore mines. Unlike other mines, which are planted underground, claymores are set up above ground and are designed to produce maximum damage in a wide fan-shaped area. When they go off, they spray 700 1.2 millimeter steel pellets in a 60-degree pattern, much like an oversized shotgun. Traditionally, claymores use a tripwire to set them off, but those claymores are a new type. They are camouflaged using the new stealth technology and are equipped with sophisticated motion detectors.
C4.
no doubt about it. After the Cold War ended, the chance of a full-scale, worldwide nuclear conflagration was diminished. But on the other hand, the chances of local tactical use of nuclear weapons greatly increased. Civil wars, revolutions, regional disputes. It seems like there is a new war popping up somewhere every day. And many of them are the result of centuries-old hatred between different ethnic or religious groups. These people do not think rationally or logically. In such conflicts, there is no concern for the high civilian casualty rate, and international criticism means little. A nuclear deterrent is meaningless because emotions run so hot. Furthermore, unlike strategic nuclear missiles, the decision to use tactical nuclear missiles is in some cases left up to battlefield commanders. It is pretty scary. As long as nuclear weapons continue to proliferate, the chances that someone is going to use them will also continue to grow.
Well. What about the stun grenades? Can you talk about that one?
Those are stun grenades. They are often used in sensitive operations such as freeing hostages and that sort of thing. Sometimes they are called flash bangs or sound and flash grenades. They make a big flash and lots of noise, which will disorient and disable your opponents temporarily. You have to understand that they won't kill the bad guys, but just stun them for a few seconds. Use them wisely.
Okay. Check.
That's a chaff grenade. It's a special grenade that disperses thin, narrow metallic strips of various lengths and frequency responses. It can confuse electronic equipment. It will be useful against machines which depend upon electronic sensors. Naturally, for it to be effective, you must use it before you are attacked. If you are expecting an attack, spread the chaff beforehand. Excellent. That is a PSG-1, one of the best sniper rifles in the world. It is accurate enough to shoot cleanly through a 2.5 centimeter square from a distance of 100 meters. Unlike other sniper rifles, the PSG-1 is not bolt action. It is semi-automatic. Its best feature is that it allows for rapid fire. When you are shooting over
Yeah, but the problem is the enemy also has iframes.
to miss your target by inches. Try to keep your hands as still as possible.
Tell me about the box. I forgot to ask Farrell about the box.
You got there? A cardboard box?
Yeah, remember that trick?
That's the snake I remember. Those poor fools won't know what hit them.
Let's stop her telling me.
I want to ask you about Naomi.
I'm looking into the details now.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it doesn't look good. Weren't you ever suspicious about her, Snake? Snake, keep your guard up.
But, okay, what about my box?
Legends say that crows have 3 times the lifespan of a man, and that ravens
It doesn't
have
care about
3
my box.
times the lifespan of a crow. That's just an old wives' tale. But it's true that crows live longer than many types of birds. Northern ravens can live pretty close to 70 years.
One more time.
Some say that ravens have the power to predict death.
Okay, just care about my box. Not a con.
If you take that elevator down,
Just care about it either. Nastasha?
A cardboard box. A cardboard box usually consists of a thin pasteboard with a corrugated paper center. They are usually made of recycled paper. It was first invented in Europe over 100 years ago. It was originally used to absorb one's sweat when wearing hats. With the same amount
Don't they
of
still
wood
use
to
it
make
like that?
one wooden box, you can make 6 or 7 cardboard boxes. And since it's recyclable, it's highly economical. In addition, it's strong and easy to store. That's why it's widely used for packing. But to avoid damaging weapons and other delicate instruments when shipping them, they should be packed in stronger boxes like wood or something. Also, the crevices should be filled with styrofoam to prevent them from moving around. So, anyway, what's with the box?
Oh, nothing. No big deal.
What? Just wanted to get a reaction? You got a lecture. No, we're not killing the ravens. Yeah. Tell me about the body armor.
You found body armor. It will lower the damage you take from gunfire.
Just
It is
gunfire?
designed to prevent bullets from penetrating, but you will still feel the impact from the bullets. Don't rely on it too much.
Welcome, Cossack. This is the end of the road for you. Right,
What does that mean? What's Cossack mean?
They agree. Ravens aren't scavengers like most people think. They're simply returning to the natural world, that which is no longer needed. Sometimes they even attack wounded foxes.
You were the one in the M1 tank? Must have been a tight fit for a big boy like you.
But that was no true battle. The Ravens and I were testing to see what kind of man you were. The judgment is decided. The Ravens say you are a true warrior.
Oh, thank you.
Am I hallucinating? I can't move.
The Raven has put the mark of death upon you. Blood from the east flows within your veins. Ah, your ancestors too were raised on the barren plains of Mongolia. Inuit and Japanese are cousins to each other. We share many ancestors, you and I.
I don't have any crows in my family tree.
You jest, but indeed ravens and snakes are not the best of friends. Nevertheless, you will make a worthy adversary. You live in Alaska too. You know of the World Eskimo Indian Olympics?
Yeah, I know it. Must be a real threat in the muck duck eating contest.
Yes, you are right. But there is another event that I excel at. It is called the ear pull. It is an event where two opponents pull each other's ears while enduring the harsh cold.
Using their own ears.
Spiritual as well
So
as
pretty much a
physical
tug
strength.
of war with their
You
ears.
want to pull each other's ears?
The form is different, but the spirit is the same. Rejoice, Snake! Ours will be a glorious battle.
This isn't glorious.
It's the kind of game that
Sport.
Well,
get you to
we'll see if there's
or that you
iron
could
in your
bleed.
words.
I'm not sure if I want to use this. Claymores. can't be able to tell which way he's gonna go. Taking too long though. This one will be trapped. Ah, frick. I forget him. Don't want to forget where it is. Frick. Press square. Okay. There we go. I'll sweat. We don't really need claymore lines anyway.
Just as the boss said, it is my existence which is no longer needed in this world. But my body will not remain in this place. My spirit and my flesh will become one with the ravens. In Mother Earth who bore me. Snake! I will be watching you. Understand? Snake, take this security card. It will open that door.
Why?
You are a snake which was not created by nature. You and the boss. You are from another world. A world
That I do not wish to know.
Go and do battle with him. I will be watching from above. First, I'll give you a hint. The man who you saw die before your eyes.
What is it?
That was not the DARPA chief. It was Decoy Octopus, a member of Foxhound. He was a master of disguise. He copied his subjects down to the blood.
It's so extreme.
So he drained the chief's blood and took it into himself. But he wasn't able to deceive the Angel of Death.
The Angel of Death.
I mean, you went through this line of questioning before, Snake. You should have known.
Why go to so much trouble? Why impersonate the chief?
That is the end of my hint. You must solve the rest of the riddle yourself. Snake, in the natural world, there's no such thing as boundless slaughter. There's always an end to it. But you are different.
What are you trying to say?
The path you walk on has no end. Each step you take is paved with the corpses of your enemies. Their souls will haunt you forever. You shall have no peace. Hear me, Snake. My spirit will be watching you.
We were really hungry. You even took the bones. Master.
Snake, it's me.
Master.
It's about Naomi. Turn your monitor off.
What about Naomi?
Colonel, is Naomi there?
No, she's away. She's taking a short nap. So what is this about Naomi?
Okay, maybe we'd better let the Colonel hear this too.
Yeah. Go on, Master.
Well, basically, Dr. Naomi Hunter is not Dr. Naomi Hunter at all.
What?
I thought her story of her background sounded kind of fishy, so I checked it out.
And?
There is an actual Dr. Naomi Hunter, or I should say, there was one. But she's not the woman we know. The real Naomi Hunter disappeared somewhere in the Middle East. Our Naomi must have somehow obtained her identification papers.
So then who is she really?
She must be some kind of spy.
A spy?
Yes. Maybe she's been sent to sabotage this operation.
Are you saying she's with the terrorists?
I don't want to believe it either, but she is working for Foxhound.
So you think she had a part in the uprising?
Or she could be working with some different group altogether.
Different group? It couldn't be...
Place her under arrest.
What?
She's betrayed us. She needs to be arrested and interrogated to find out who she's with.
If she's one of their spies, then we're in big trouble.
What do you mean?
Nothing.
Have you let her in on some kind of vital secret or something? Does this have anything to do with the mysterious deaths of the DARPA chief and the Arms Tech president?
I have no idea.
Anyway, we cannot allow her to participate any further in this mission.
Wait a minute. sure we can't complete this mission.
I knew it. You're hiding something.
Give me some time. I'll try to get it out of her.
Hurry then. We've got to figure out who she is and what she's doing here.
I understand. Snake, give me some time.
I don't have any time left for you.
Oh. Well, that's what you get, Colonel. Played me for a fool the entire time. Oh, finally Stinger missiles. Yeah, so full on rations. Do 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 do. Yep. Not my first rodeo. Need it. Okay. Here we go. Our boy, Rex. Oh.
Snake, it's me.
What's wrong? Did you find a good place to hide?
Yeah, thanks to the stealth gear. It looks like they've finished getting Metal Gear ready.
How do you know that?
I overheard them talking. Where are you now?
Right in front of Metal Gear, but it's strange.
What is?
There's nobody here. No guards, nobody patrolling. It's too quiet.
Maybe because they're all ready. They said they even input the PAL codes.
What should I do?
All we can do is use the override system that President Baker told you about.
But I've only got one of the 3 keys, and besides that, like Ocelot said, there's some trick to using the keys.
Leave it to me.
You got some kind of plan?
Well, I'm in the computer room right now. I'm trying to access Baker's private files.
Baker's files? Don't you need a password?
Of course, but there are ways.
Are you a hacker?
Yep, that describes me pretty well.
Does it look like you can get in?
I don't know yet. I'll give it a try.
I'm counting on you.
And then time, the nobody on the terrace know how to hack. I'm guessing. Check there. Almost there. Yes.
Snake, it's me again.
How's it going?
Not bad.
It's only been like
I
5
just got past
seconds.
the 3rd security level. He was a pretty careful guy.
Do you think you'll break in soon?
I never met a system I couldn't bust into.
Okay, keep trying.
Oh, more stings. Okay. We're full on missiles right now. Okay. Nope. Yep.
Snake, I did it!
You got past security?
Bingo!
Great. So what do you got?
I accessed the confidential Metal Gear file.
So what about the PAL override system that Baker talked about?
I haven't found it yet.
That's what I need to know.
But Snake, I found something else.
What?
The secret behind the new nuclear weapon. Just as I thought, the nuclear warhead is designed to be fired from the railgun like a projectile. It doesn't use fuel, so it isn't considered a missile. That way it can get around all sorts of international treaties.
Pretty sneaky.
Yes, but effective. And that's not even the scariest thing about this weapon.
Oh, I can't wait to hear this.
It's a stealth weapon.
You mean it won't show up on radar?
Yeah. The truth is, they've been working on a stealth missile since the late 70s.
Why weren't they able to develop one until now?
Because of the missile rocket propulsion system, it would be picked up by enemy satellites.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
But unlike a missile, the railgun doesn't burn any propellant, so it can't be detected by any current ballistic missile detection systems.
An invisible nuclear warhead.
Totally impossible to intercept. And on top of that, it's got a surface-piercing warhead designed to penetrate hardened underground bases.
Yeah, we learned that lesson in the Gulf War.
This thing could mean the end of the world.
It's the ultimate weapon. And from a political point of view, it avoids the problem of nuclear reduction and nuclear inspections. Colonel, is this true? Are you listening?
I'm listening.
If word of this got out, it could delay the signing of the START 3 treaty and cause a huge international incident.
Yeah, it would be nasty. The United States would be denounced by the UN. It could even bring the president down.
Did you know this, Colonel?
I'm sorry.
You've changed, Colonel.
I won't make any excuses.
Snake, listen to me. This new nuclear weapon, it's never actually been tested, only simulated.
You mean they ran a computer model?
Yeah, that's why they were conducting this exercise. They needed to get actual experimental data to back up the simulation.
What were the results of the exercise?
It looks like it went better than they hoped for, but I can't find the data anywhere on this network. You'd think the data as important as that would be carefully recorded.
It was. President Baker gave me an optical disc with all of the test data.
What? Do you still have it?
No, Ocelot took it from me.
The terrorists have replaced the dummy warhead with a real warhead. Once they input the detonation codes, they should be ready to launch.
So you think they can do it?
Well, the dummy warhead was designed to be identical to the real thing, so I think so.
Did you find out how to override it yet?
Not yet. It must be in a separate file. Right now I'm looking through all of Baker's personal files.
We're counting on you.
Yeah. Come on. But that moves so quickly. There we go. Is this mark on us? There's something. What is it now?
Snake?
Did you find it?
No. I haven't found out about the override system yet. But I found Baker's ulterior motive.
He's just looking to get rich, isn't he?
Well, that's part of it. Armstech is in much worse financial trouble than I thought.
I know they lost their bid to make the next generation fighter jet. That plus the reduction in SDI spending.
It looks like there was even some talk of a hostile takeover.
Everything was riding on this project, I guess.
And it looks like we were paying a lot of bribe money to the DARPA chief.
Bribe money, huh?
Yeah, and Baker was was a big proponent of the nuclear deterrent theory.
I see. So anyway, what about the override?
Just give me a little bit longer.
Here we go.
Okay, I've entered the PAL codes and disengaged the safety device. We can launch anytime.
There's still no response from Washington. It looks like we'll have to show them that we mean business.
Should I set it for Cherniton, Russia?
No, there's been a change. The new target is Locknor, China.
Why, boss?
I'm sure neither you nor Mr. Golukovich would really like to see a nuclear bomb dropped on your motherland, right?
Liquid. But why? There's nothing there.
Wrong. It's a nuclear test site.
A nuclear test site?
If we nuke a major population center, the game's over. But a nuclear explosion at a test site can still be concealed from the public. Meanwhile, Washington will be worried about the retaliatory strike from China.
Okay.
That'll probably mean top-secret talks between both countries' leaders.
Of course. And in the process, the president will be forced to divulge the existence of a new and highly destabilizing nuclear weapon to the Chinese. What do you think that will do to the US's reputation? Or the president's?
And with the CTBT, that means that China and India. I see.
Yes. When the other countries hear about this new weapon,
It's
they'll all want to
CTBT,
contact-
not CBT, okay?
Washington won't be very happy when we start selling their own system to the highest bidders. Yes, the president will break. He will give in to our demands.
Big Boss's DNA and $1 billion.
$1 billion. That money will be used to cure our genome soldiers as well. I'm also including the Fox dye vaccine in our demands.
Fox dye. It killed Octopus and the Armstech president. So it's true that it affects older people first. Mantis might not have been affected because he wore a mask.
Wolf wasn't infected either. Perhaps due to those tranquilizers she always took.
Something to do with the adrenaline level in the blood. Or maybe it's just because this Fox dye was still experimental and they haven't worked out all the bugs yet.
In any case, have you heard from your friend, Colonel Sergei Golukovich, at the Spetsnaz?
He still has doubts about the ability of Metal Gear. He said we can talk after Metal Gear's test launch is successful.
He's a very prudent man.
There's nothing to worry about. The Colonel wants Metal Gear and a new nuclear weapon so bad he can taste it. If Russia wants to regain its position as a
Oh,
military
Rex, can't
superpower,
wait.
they need to reinforce
Have to go
their
through
nuclear arsenal.
2 more games though.
A nuclear weapon that can't be intercepted. Metal Gear will allow them to gain first strike capability over the rest of the world.
Their regular army is in shambles, and they think they can restore their country's military power with nuclear weapons? Golukovich, he's no warrior. He's a politician.
But he's the one who gave us the Hind and most of our other heavy firepower.
He's got over 1,000 soldiers under his command. If we join forces, we could put up quite a resistance here. Since Mantis died, the genome soldiers' brainwashing has started to wear off. I'm worried about the men's morale. An alliance with the Russians would boost that as well.
What are you saying?
We're not going anywhere. We're going to dig in here.
We could still escape.
We've got the most powerful weapon ever made, and we're about to ally with Golukovich's forces.
Are you going to fight the whole world?
And what's wrong with that? We can launch a nuclear warhead at any target on this planet. A nuclear warhead invisible to radar. And on top of that, this base is full of spare nuclear warheads. Once we get the DNA and the money, the world will be ours.
What about your promise to Colonel Golukovich?
I have no interest in the revival of Mother Russia.
You're not thinking of reviving Big Boss's dream.
From today, call this place Outer Heaven.
Yeah.
But boss, you're not worried about the PAL being overridden. If the code is in it again, it'll be deactivated.
No need to worry. The DARPA chief and the Armstech president are both dead.
Does Snake know how the override system works?
You interrogated
Just looking
him,
right
didn't
at
you,
it.
Merle?
Didn't have any keys on him.
Good. Then no one can stop Metal Gear now.
By the way, what should we do with that woman? Want me to kill her?
Let her live. She's Campbell's niece, and Snake cares for her. We'll keep her as our ace in the hole.
Meryl, she's alive.
Snake, I found Baker's top secret files.
Great job.
How's it going there?
They've finished inputting the PAL codes. So how do we deactivate them?
Okay, you see the override system that the president was talking about. It can also be used to input the detonation codes. You see, if you insert the keys when the warhead is active, you deactivate it. And if you insert them when it's inactive, it becomes activated. And you can only use the keys once.
Only once, huh?
Yeah, you better get started. We don't have much time.
But it takes 3 keys, right? I've only got 1 of them.
Hold on a minute. You see, that's the trick. You already have all 3 keys.
What are you talking about?
The card key is made of a shape memory alloy.
Shape memory alloy?
Yes. It's a material that changes shape at different temperatures. The key is made out of it.
This card key?
Yeah.
Actually, I saw videos about the shape memory alloy, but I don't think it's that complicated to be able to be used as a key.
Clever.
The computer, so I don't know.
Can you see the input terminals in the center of the control room?
I see them.
Those 3 laptop terminals are for the emergency input. There should be a symbol on each screen. Each symbol corresponds to a different key. Input the keys in order from left to right. The left one's for the room temperature key. See the symbol? Next to that goes the low temperature key. The one on the right is the high temperature key.
Okay, I got it. First, I change the shape of the card, and then I input them in order, right?
That's right. All you do is insert the card keys. After you insert the key into the module, a hard disk reads the information contained on it. Once you've finished with all 3 terminals, the code input process is complete. But here's the thing. You can only use the key 3 times. It's an emergency system. It's only meant to be used once.
The world is riding on that key, Snake.
Who's that?
Damn!
The key fell in the drainage ditch.
Snake! This is bulletproof glass. There's no way in. I'll enjoy watching you die.
Oh, the controller. I have to set it up again.
Snake,
It's a long cutscene.
got to get that key.
Yeah, in a bit. No, power settings. Those change to analog mode, digital mode every time. Oh, yeah. Just switch over the body armor. But no need for that anymore. Darn, skip. Can't fly him. Alright. Time to find the card. I'm not entirely sure, but I think there's 2 possible ways for the card to be obtained. Well, I guess it's circumstantial, but let's find out how we have to find it first.
Find that key. It fell somewhere in that drainage ditch. Use your mine detector.
Mine detector?
Yes, the mine detector works just like a metal detector. The position of the card key should show up on your radar screen.
Okay, Master.
You lost the key? Hurry up and find it. They've already entered the detonation code. The only way to stop that launch is to lock the system by re-inputting the detonation codes. If you use the mine detector, you should be able to find the key, even if it fell into the drainage ditch. Whatever you do, find that key.
Aye, aye, Master. Protocol.
The terrorists are finished inputting the detonation codes. The only way to stop the launch now is to re-input the detonation codes to lock the detonation mechanism. You need that key to do it. Find that key, Snake. There's no other way.
Stasha.
There is a big
Okay, something else completely irrelevant to what's going on. Mine back there. Over there. Okay. Oh, it's not it.
Snake, did you find the key?
No, it's not here.
Don't be ridiculous. You saw it fall into the drainage ditch, didn't you? The drainage ditch. Isn't there something odd about it?
No. There are a lot of big rats, though.
That's it, Snake. A rat must have eaten it.
Now who's being ridiculous?
No, I'm right. There's no other possibility. Rats eat all sorts of things. There's nothing unusual about that.
Why would they want to eat a key, though? Because I've seen playthroughs of this. I've seen people find the key just, you know, under the water. Okay, well. Alright. Yeah, as I was saying, I've seen people play this and they always get it when just rolling around the water. But for some reason, every time I play, it's always with the rats. I don't know what causes it. So, bring it back. Man, got the key.
You got the card key. Good. Now get back to the control room and use that key to re-input the PAL codes. Stop that launch.
Master, I got the key.
You got the card key back? Good job. Now hurry to the control room.
Look how happy he was.
You found the card key, right? First comes the room temperature key. Put it into the far left terminal in the control room. That key is actually an IC card. Its connector pins and main body are made of a shape memory alloy. It's designed so that unless it's been changed to the correct shape, it won't be recognized by the PAL code input terminal in the control room, and the detonation code won't be entered.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on, come on. No. Fractional soldiers. Just on his way.
PAL code number 1 confirmed. Awaiting PAL code number 2.
Okay, that takes care of PAL code number 1. Now, PAL number 2, freeze the key.
Camera. Question. Regarding the sneaking suit, are the abs really necessary? I mean, is it just for the sense of looking good, or is it because his abs are actually bulging through the armor? Just chill, like a minute or two. Okay, not yet. Put on the lap. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Anything yet? One more lap. How about now? Okay, good. Need to hurry though. Sure did. What?
Palcode number 2 confirmed.
Okay, now I have to
Awaiting.
travel all the way further back.
Okay, there goes pal code number 2. Next comes pal number 3. Warm the key.
And just put it in our ass cheeks. Not sure where the end is going to be. I guess we're right now though. We need how many more? Yeah, about 10 down, and we'll need one to get across, another to get back. Will leave us 15. Possible, I want to get more. Oh wait, we also need chat grenade to get through the elevator. It's another two. Hmm. Ooh. Actually, we can just use Stinger. Okay. Master.
Snake, it's about Naomi Hunter.
Then you should talk to the Colonel. He's looking into it.
Turn your monitor off.
Okay, it's off. No one else can hear us. Go ahead.
Sorry, but I didn't want the Colonel to hear.
Okay, so what's up?
I've got a good friend in the Pentagon.
Yeah?
He's the one who told me about it. It looks like the DIA recently developed a new type of assassination weapon.
An assassination weapon?
Snake, have you ever heard of something called Fox Dye?
No. Fox dye. Liquid and the others were talking about it.
Yeah. It's some kind of virus that targets specific people. I don't know all the details, but...
What are you trying to say?
It's too similar.
What is?
The cause of death. Didn't the Arms Tech president and the DARPA chief, I mean, Decoy Octopus, die of something that looked like a heart attack?
Yeah?
Well, apparently, Fox Dye kills its victims by simulating a heart attack.
No. You're telling me that Naomi was behind it?
Snake, try to remember. Did Naomi give you some kind of injection?
The nanomachines.
She was in the best position to have done it, but I don't know what her motive was.
Does the Colonel know?
I'm not sure. But he still hasn't questioned her.
Okay, I'll ask him myself. Colonel, what's new with the Naomi situation?
I just placed Naomi under arrest.
Arrest?
She was sending coded messages towards the Alaskan base. I didn't want to believe it, but she must be working with the terrorists.
Are you sure?
I'm afraid so. She's being interrogated now.
What kind of interrogation?
Well, I'd like to avoid the rough stuff, but we don't even have any sodium pentothal here.
Call me if you find out anything.
So it's true, isn't it?
Naomi, I can't believe it.
That means the Fox Dye vaccine must be around somewhere.
Listen, I've got bigger things to worry about.
But Snake, you might be infected too, you know.
All I can do is leave it up to the Colonel.
Yeah, no need to waste our chaff on this thing. Line placements still the same? Okay. So we're actually. I mean, we can go back to Snowfield and get more chaff. Please don't turn around. Please don't turn around right now. Oh, we still need to use one chap. There's like 2 cameras here. But there we go. Nope. Oh, oh, dog. Wolf. Doing all right. I need to get used to this, destroy those cameras. Just play anymore. Oh, dog. Don't suddenly follow me. Too bad for you. Thermal. Will be fine? Okay. I wonder if my box still works. No, it's just rations. We're full on rations right now. Yeah. So with this one. Stun grenade. Hell with. So box still work? It's not reacting though. I'm guessing. He's friendly enough, so no problem. Wait. Can't remember what we're doing here. We're good. Out of here. The only thing is the elevator's still working though. That's a question. Oh, so yeah, okay. There's no need to kill him. Eh. Alright, thank you for being here, so die. What'd you drop though? More ration. We're full on rations. Full on health too. Oh. You know what we haven't done? We haven't saved. Could have been bad.
What's up, Snake?
Yeah, I haven't saved in a while.
Don't forget to save your memories of me too.
Can't save memories even on that system of yours. Memories are fragile things. After you reduce them to binary numbers and send them through the air, they're not memories anymore.
I wouldn't be so sure of that. There's nothing my system can't do.
Memories aren't just sounds and pictures. They exist somewhere between the sounds, between the picture.
I don't get it. Anything can be done digitally.
If that's true, why don't you go ahead and try to say what I'm thinking right now?
I can't save that type of thing. You have to put it into words at least.
That's right. And that's what memories are. Wordless.
I don't know about that.
No matter how far data technology advances, you'll never be able to penetrate the human heart.
You're wrong. It's just a matter of time.
But first you have to try to understand human emotions, Mei Ling.
And how do I do that?
You have to allow yourself to fall in love with someone.
Well, I thought it would have been an insult. Right. Gotta get it, quick. What? There we go. Okay, we're in for a long conversation.
Snake, can you hear me? It's Naomi.
Naomi? What the hell?
Campbell and the others are busy right now. I'm on a different codec.
Naomi, is what the Colonel says true?
Yes, but not everything I said was a lie.
Who are you?
I don't know myself. I don't know my real name or even what my parents looked like. I bought all my identification, but my reason for getting into genetics was true.
'Cause you want to know yourself, right?
That's right. I want to know where I came from, my age, my race, anything.
Naomi.
I was found in Rhodesia sometime in the 80s. A dirty little orphan.
Rhodesia? What's now known as Zimbabwe?
Yes. Rhodesia was owned by England until 1965, and there were lots of Indian laborers around. That's probably where I got my skin color from, but I'm not even sure about that.
Naomi, you're too worried about the past. Isn't it
The
enough to
entire time
understand
I
who you
thought
are
she
now?
was, you know,
Understand who I
more
am
in
now.
Japanese
Why
because
should I? No one else
first
tries to
name
understand
is
me.
Naomi.
I
And
was
she's
alone
pale
for
as,
so long,
oh, very pale.
until I met my big brother. And him.
Your big brother.
Yes. Frank Yeager.
What?
What?
He was a young soldier when he picked me up near the
Frank
Zambezi River.
Yeager.
I was half dead from starvation, and he shared his rations with me. Yes,
Ray Fox.
Frank Yeager. The man who you destroyed was my brother and my only family.
No. Gray Fox?
We survived that hell together, Frank and I. He protected me. He's my one connection. The only connection I have to my past.
And he brought you back to America.
No. I was in Mozambique when he came.
Who is he? You mean Big Boss?
Yes. He brought us to this land of freedom, this America. And then he and my brother went back to Africa to continue the war. And that's when it happened. You killed my benefactor and sent my brother home a cripple. I vowed revenge and joined Foxhound. I knew it was my best chance to meet you, and I prayed for the day that I would.
So, were your prayers answered?
Yes. I waited 2 long years.
To kill me? Is that all you cared about?
Yes. That's right. 2 years. You were all I thought about for 2 long years. Like some kind of twisted obsession.
Do you still hate me?
Not exactly. I was partly wrong about you.
What about Liquid and the others?
I'll have my revenge on them too.
Naomi, you didn't kill that doctor too, did you? The one that used Gray Fox for his genome experiments?
Dr. Clark? No. That was my brother. Afterwards, I covered it up and helped him hide out.
So that ninja, I mean Gray Fox, he's come here to kill me?
I don't think so. I think he just came here to fight you. I wasn't sure before, but
I'm
now
pretty
I
sure
think
that
I
means kill him.
understand. A final battle with you. That's all he lives for. I'm sure of it.
Fox, no.
11-year-old self was pretty much sure he was out there to kill me.
About Fox Die?
A number of times I died to him back then.
Fox Die is a type of retrovirus that targets and kills only specific people. First, it infects the macrophages in the victim's body. Fox Die contains smart enzymes created through protein engineering. They're programmed to respond to specific genetic patterns in the cells.
Those enzymes recognize the target's DNA?
Right. They respond by becoming active and using the macrophages. They begin creating TNF-epsilon.
Huh?
It's a type of cytokine, a peptide which causes cells to die. The TNF-epsilon is carried along the bloodstream to the heart, where they attach to the TNF receptors in the heart cells.
And then they cause a heart attack?
The heart cells suffer a shock and undergo an extreme apoptosis. Then, the victim dies.
Apoptosis? You mean the heart cells commit suicide? Naomi,
What?
you must have programmed that thing to kill me too, right? Do I still have time? Naomi, I don't blame you for wanting me dead, but I can't go yet. I still have a job to do.
Listen, Snake. I'm not the one who made the decision to use Fox dye.
Huh? You weren't?
No. You were injected with Fox dye as a part of this operation. I just wanted to let you know that. No, that's not the whole truth.
Huh?
The real thing I wanted to tell you was... Snake,
Hey, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
Snake!
Brooklyn accent.
Naomi!
Snake, I can't allow Naomi to make any more unauthorized transmissions.
What?
Naomi's been removed from this operation.
What happened to Naomi? What did she mean when she said that Fox dye was a part of this operation? Colonel, let me talk to her.
I won't. She's under arrest.
Colonel, you double-crossed me.
Snake, there's no time for that. Right now, your job is to stop Metal Gear. Okay, Snake?
Ah, Colonel. Colonel. Almost done this game. Question is the next part. Will it be just as simple as the other bosses, or we're gonna have problems? Doo-doo-doo. I just wondered, were they? I think that shot's only for focusing on Rex, but Snake's has a, well, it sort of distracts you from that. Can't hear him, distract him.
PAL code number 3 confirmed. PAL code entry complete. Detonation code activated.
No, why?
Ready for launch.
I deactivated it.
Thank you, Snake. Now the detonation code is completed. Nothing can stop Metal Gear now.
Shock.
Master, what's going on?
You found the key.
I mean,
And even
isn't there
activated the
some
warhead
other way
for
to
us, too.
determine whether something's already been activated or deactivated?
My gratitude. Sorry to have involved you in that silly shape memory alloy business.
What are you talking about?
Otacon probably would have
We
had
weren't able
some
to
way to
learn the
figure that out.
Chief's code. Even with Mantis' psychic powers, he couldn't read his mind. Then Ocelot accidentally killed him during the interrogation. In other words, we weren't able to launch the nuclear device, and we were all getting a little worried. Without the threat of a nuclear strike, our demands would never be met.
What do you mean?
Without the detonation codes, we had to find some other way. That's when we decided you might prove useful, Snake.
I mean, Snake was already questioning this, but he didn't follow up with a question.
So I had Decoy Octopus disguise
He spends
himself
too much
as the DARPA chief.
for
Unfortunately,
yeah, he actually does ask. He does ask good questions, but he doesn't follow up on it if somebody else switches the topic.
Put the detonation code?
Huh? You didn't think you made it this far by yourself, did you?
Who the hell are you?
In any case, the launch preparations are complete. Once the world glimpses the power of this weapon, the White House will have no choice but to surrender the Fox dye vaccine to me. Their ace in the hole is useless now.
Ace in the hole?
The Pentagon's plan to use you was already successful in the torture room. Snake, you're the only one who doesn't know. Ah, poor fool.
Who are you anyway?
I'll tell you everything you want to know. If you come where I am, that is.
Played like a death fiddle.
Very close by.
Snake, that's not Master Miller.
Campbell, you're too late.
Master Miller's body was just discovered at his home. He's been dead for at least 3 days. I didn't know because my codec link with Master was cut off. But Mei Ling said his transmission signal was coming from inside the base.
So who is it?
Snake, you've been talking to...
Me, dear brother.
Liquid. How the...
You've served your purpose. You may die now.
Campbell.
Snake, gas! Do something! Snake, call Emmerich. He should be able to break through security.
We have James, Tasha.
Snake, you are in danger. Get out of there.
Yeah, but how?
Isn't there someone who knows this base? Dr. Emmerich, maybe he can do something.
Snake, that's bulletproof glass. You can't break it with an ordinary weapon.
Can't you open the security lock here?
I'll try. Just hold on for a minute. I hacked into security. Snake, I'm opening the door.
I think it's hard, but we haven't ran out of rations. Nice. More cutscenes.
Liquid! Snake! Did you like my sunglasses? You'd point a weapon at your own brother?
Why did you disguise yourself as Master?
So I could manipulate you more easily. And you performed quite well, I must say. Although the boys at the Pentagon are probably saying the same thing.
What the hell are you talking about?
Following orders blindly with no questions asked, you've lost your warrior's pride and become nothing more than a pawn snake.
What?
Stopping the nuclear launch, rescuing the hostages, it was all just a diversion.
A diversion?
The Pentagon only needed for you to come into contact with us. That's what killed the Arms Tech president and decoy octopus.
You don't mean...
That's right. You were sent here to kill us so they could retrieve Metal Gear undamaged, along with the bodies of the Genome soldiers. From the beginning, the Pentagon was just using you as a vector to spread Fox dye.
Fox dye? It can't be. Are you telling me Naomi was working with the Pentagon?
They thought she was, but it seems that Dr. Naomi Hunter couldn't be controlled so easily.
What?
We've got a spy working in the Pentagon. He reported that Dr. Hunter altered Fox Dye's program just before the operation, but...
Who is this spy?
I wonder... Maybe they arrested her so they could find out the answer to that.
No doubt. But I had no idea she was motivated by such petty revenge. We still don't know what changes she made to Fox Dye's program. Oh well, it doesn't matter. I've already added the Fox Dye vaccine to my list of White House demands.
There's a vaccine?
There must be, but that woman is the only one who really knows. Anyway, it might prove to be unnecessary.
Unnecessary.
You were successful in coming into contact with all of us, so we must have all been exposed to the virus. It's true that the Arms Tech president and decoy octopus were killed by Fox Dye, but Ocelot, myself, and you, the carrier, were apparently unaffected.
A bug in the virus's programming?
Could be. In any case, if it doesn't kill you, then I'm not worried either. After all, our genetic code is identical.
So it's true. You and I are...
Yes, twins. But we're not ordinary twins. We're twins linked by cursed genes. Des enfants terribles. You're fine. You got all the old man's dominant genes. I got the flawed recessive genes. Everything was done so that you would be the greatest of his children. The only reason I exist is so they could create you.
I was the favorite, huh?
That's right. I'm just the leftovers of what they used to make you. Can you understand what it's like to know that you're garbage since the day you were born? But I'm the one Father chose.
So that's why you're so obsessed with Big Boss. Some warped kind of love.
Love? It's hate! He always told me I was inferior, and now I'll have my revenge! You should understand me, brother. You killed our father with your own hands! You stole my chance for revenge! Now I'll finish the work that Father began. I will surpass him! I will destroy him!
You're just like Naomi.
Well, I'm not like you! Unlike you, I'm proud of the destiny that is encoded into my very genes! Yeah!
I think that time was just stalling time for Rex to boot up or something.
A gift from your brother. Now I'll show you the power of the weapon that will lead us in the 21st century.
It's moving. How do I stop it?
Gotta call everybody.
on you now. You've got to stop that thing.
But how?
You'll have to ask Dr. Emmerich, the guy who made it.
Okay. What's wrong with Nastasha?
I am a military analyst and an expert on high-tech weapons, but I don't know anything about Metal Gear. Why don't you ask Dr. Emmerich?
Okay. Well, let me see first.
Snake, there's nothing I can do to help you. All I can do is cheer you on. Do it for me, Snake.
Okay, really? This is for you.
Snake, Rex's armor is impregnable. You can't do any damage with the weapons you've got. Rex uses the latest advances in compound armor. The only way you can pierce it is with a high-performance heat round.
So what do I do?
Rex's pilot seat operates exactly like a VR system. It's got multiple sensors connected to a high-tech interface used for the controls. It's completely self-enclosed and shut off from the outside environment.
He's not using his naked eyes?
That's right. So if you could somehow destroy the sensors... Do you see that round plate on Rex's left arm?
Yeah, that thing that looks like a shield.
That's a radome. If you can destroy that thing, it won't be able to use its electronic equipment.
So he'll be blinded.
Yeah, try to hit that radome with a Stinger missile.
So that will stop it.
No. Rex was designed so it can be controlled manually, too.
Oh, great.
The part that looks like a beak is where the pilot seat is. In an emergency, it'll open up. Rex's armor is perfect. You can't destroy it.
You told me that already.
But the interior is a different story.
I get it. First I destroy the radome. That will force him to open up the pilot's seat.
Right. If you can shoot a Stinger missile into the cockpit, you'll destroy the computer control system.
You intentionally designed it with a weak point?
It's not a weak point. I like to think of it as a character flaw. People just aren't complete without some type of character flaw, don't you think?
I guess so. I owe you one, Otacon.
Smart comment, Snake. Okay. What else?
First, use a Stinger missile to destroy the radome and disable its electronics.
Should we get that? No input, Nastasha.
It probably uses some kind of electronic targeting equipment similar to a tank. If you use chaff, you should be able to confuse it for a little while.
Got the body armor. Right. Plenty of chaff, come on. You're so stingy. Nice.
Did that do it?
Nice try, Snake! Die!
Hurry! Get away!
Great Fox!
The name from long ago. It sounds better than Deep Throat.
So it is you.
It definitely sounds better than Deep Throat. Anything sounds better than Deep Throat.
I'll send you back to hell!
Out of all the code names, why? Is it really just because it's a reference to the Watergate scandal?
Fox, why? What do you want from me?
I'm a prisoner of death. Only you can free me.
Fox, stay out of this. What about Naomi? She's hell-bent on taking revenge for you.
Naomi.
You're the only one who can stop her.
No, I can't.
Why?
Because I'm the one who killed her parents. I was young then, and couldn't bring myself to kill her too. I felt so bad that I decided to take her with me. I raised her like she was my own blood, to soothe my guilty conscience. Even now, she thinks of me as her brother.
Fox.
From the outside, we might have seemed like a happy brother and sister, but every time I looked at her, I saw her parents' eyes staring back at me. Tell her for me. Tell her that I was the one who did it.
There you are!
Well,
We're just about out of time.
not even.
Here's a final present from Deep Throat. I'll stop it from moving.
Fox!
Ah.
In the Middle East, we don't hunt foxes, we hunt jackals. Instead of foxhounds, we use Royal Harriers.
Fox!
How strong is that exoskeleton of yours? Snake, are you just going to sit by and watch him die?
What kind of gun is that, though?
He's more dangerous than a jackal.
Destroyed the radome.
I don't think plasma rifles were a thing in time.
Impressive! You are indeed worthy of the code name Fox, but now you're finished!
No! Fire the stinger!
Fox! Can you really shoot? You'll kill him too!
Now! In front of you. It's no good. I can't do it. Die. After Zanzibar. No, I can't do it. Taken from the battle. Neither truly alive. I can't do it. No, I can't do it. An undying shadow. In a world of I can't do it. It's no good. I can't do it. No, I can't do it. Finally in. No,
Can't do it.
can't do it. Snake, we're not tools of the government or anyone else. Fighting was the only thing I was good at. But at least I always fought for what I believed in. Snake, farewell.
Oh. Bye, Fox.
Foolish man! He prayed for and it found him. You see, you can't protect anyone, not even yourself. Die!
Yeah, they'll have to wait for a long time. Oh. Nice stun grenades. It's been a long time since we used them. At least, well, we use them in the communications tower. Oh, almost got me there. Ooh. Just got 9 left. Whoa. That could have been bad, very bad. Okay, now. Just one more hit. The fox. Actually, you probably would have been able to finish that without it getting hit. If I wasn't conserving my chaff grenade for some reason. Yeah. In case you're new to this game, man, you can only figure things out. Yes, the game is mostly cutscenes. The gameplay itself's pretty quick once you already know what to do.
Sleeping late as usual. A snake.
Liquid, you're still alive.
I won't die as long as you still live.
Too bad. It looks like your revolution was a failure.
Just because you've destroyed Metal Gear doesn't mean I am done fighting.
Fighting? What are you really after?
A world where
He's floating.
warriors like us are honored as we once were, as we should be.
That was Big Boss's fantasy.
It was his dying wish. When he was young, during the Cold War, the world needed men like us. We were valued then. We were desired. But things, are different now. With all the liars and hypocrites running the world, war isn't what it used to be. We're losing our
War's
place
changed.
in a world that no longer needs us. A world that now spurns our very existence. You should know that as
Well,
well as I do.
The guy from
After
Fall
I launch
said
this
differently though.
weapon and get our $1 billion, we'll be able to bring chaos and honor back to this world gone soft. Conflict will breed conflict. New hatreds will arise. Then we'll steadily expand our sphere of influence.
But as long as there are people, there will always be war.
But the problem is balance. Father knew what type of a balance was best.
Is that the only reason?
Isn't it reason enough for warriors such as us?
I don't want that kind of world.
Ha! You lie. So why are you here then? Why do you continue to follow your orders while your superiors betray you? Why did you come here? Well, I'll tell you then. You enjoy all the killing. That's why.
What?
Are you denying it? Haven't you already killed most of my comrades?
That was...
They're subordinates. I don't think you really consider them comrades.
Your face when you did it. It was filled with the joy of battle.
You're wrong.
There's a killer inside you. You don't have to deny it. We were created to be that way.
Created?
Les enfants terribles.
Les enfants terribles. The
Les
terrible
enfants
children.
terribles.
That's what the project was called. It started in the 1970s. Their plan was to artificially create the most powerful soldier possible. The person that they chose as the model was the man known then as the greatest living soldier in the world.
Big Boss.
But Father was wounded in combat and already in a coma when they brought him in. So they created us from his cells. With a combination of 20th century analog cloning and the super
Wait,
baby method.
he was in another coma?
Baby method.
They fertilized an egg with one of Father's cells, and then let it divide into 8 clone babies. Then they transferred the clones to someone's uterus, and later intentionally aborted 6 of the fetuses to encourage strong fetal growth. You and I were originally octuplets.
Octuplets?
Yes. The other 6 of our brothers were sacrificed to make us. We were accomplices in murder before the day we were even born. So it was you and I, 2 fertilized eggs with exactly the same DNA. But they weren't finished yet. They used me as a guinea pig to create a phenotype in which all of the dominant genes were expressed to create you. I got all of the recessive genes. You took everything from me before I was even born. But you and I aren't his only children.
What?
The Genome Soldiers. They too are his progeny, carrying on his genetic legacy. But they're different. They're digital. With the completion of the Human Genome Project, the mysteries of humanity were laid bare. Thanks to Father's DNA, they were able to identify more than 60 soldier genes responsible for everything from strategic thinking to the proverbial killer instinct. Those soldier genes were transplanted.
What if
into
this
the
actually
members
came
of
from
the
an
Next
actual
Generation
documentary or
Special
something?
Forces. That's how they
Or this
became
was
the Genome
specifically made
Soldiers.
for this game?
That's right. The genome soldiers that you've been killing are our brothers with the same genes as ours.
The genome soldiers.
That's right. They are our brothers, created artificially through the alignment of nucleotides to mimic our father's genes. They too are the product of numerous sacrifices.
Sacrifices?
Human experiments! 1991, the Gulf War. The military secretly injected soldiers with the soldier genes. The Gulf War syndrome that hundreds of thousands of returning soldiers complained about was a side effect of it.
Ha! Everyone knows that the Gulf War syndrome was caused by exposure to depleted uranium used in the anti-tank rounds.
That was just a cover story issued by the Pentagon. First they tried to say it was post-traumatic stress disorder, then chemical or biological weapons. The poison gas detection units and the anti-sarin injections, they were all just a cover-up of the secret genetic experiments.
So then, the so-called Gulf War babies that have been reported by Gulf War veterans are...
Yes, they too are our brothers and sisters.
Yeah, a lot
So
of
the genome soldiers
brothers and sisters.
experiments were a success?
Success? Don't be a fool. They're a complete failure. We are on the verge of extinction.
What?
Have you ever heard of the asymmetry theory? Nature tends to favor asymmetry. Those species which have gone extinct all show signs of symmetry. The genome soldiers suffer from the same problem. Signs of symmetry. So do I. As do you. That's right. We are all on the verge of death at the genetic level. We don't know when or what type of disease will occur. That's why we need the old man's genetic information.
You want Big Boss's DNA so you can save your family? It's very touching.
In nature, family members don't mate with each other, and yet they help each other to survive. Do you know why? It increases the chance that their genes will be passed on to a new generation. Altruism among blood relatives is a response to natural
Tell that to the people in the Middle
It's called
Ages.
the selfish gene theory.
You're telling me that your genes are ordering you to save the genome soldiers?
You can't fight your genes. It's fate. All living things are born for the sole purpose of passing on their parents' genes. That's why I'll follow what my genes tell me. And then I'm going to go beyond. In order to break the curse of my heritage. And to do that, first, I will kill you. Look behind you.
Meryl! Is she alive?
I'm not sure. She was alive a few hours ago. Poor girl kept calling your name.
Meryl.
Stupid woman. Falling in love with a man who doesn't even have a name.
I have a name.
No! We have no past, no future, and even if we did, it wouldn't be truly ours. You and I are just copies of our father, Big Boss.
Let Meryl go.
As soon
Her
as we've
name's
finished
Jack.
our business, we're almost out of time.
You're talking about Fox Die.
No. It seems now that the Pentagon knows that Metal Gear is destroyed, they've arrived at a decision. They won't even need a BDA. If you want the details, why don't you ask your precious Colonel Campbell?
Colonel, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm listening.
What is the Pentagon trying to do? Colonel, Answer me.
The Secretary of Defense has taken over active control of this operation. He's on his way there by AWACS.
What for?
To bomb the place.
What?
Not only that, B-2 bombers just lifted off from Galena Air Force Base. They're carrying B-6113 surface-piercing tactical nuclear bombs.
What? Metal Gear is destroyed. Tell the Secretary of Defense.
The Secretary of Defense heard that Naomi double-crossed us, and he's worried about Fox Die. Now that there's no more danger of a nuclear strike from Metal Gear, he's going to do whatever's necessary to cover up the truth of what really happened here.
He's going to drop a nuclear bomb to vaporize all the evidence along with anyone who knows anything.
Don't worry, Snake. I'll stop the nuclear strike.
How?
I may only be a figurehead here, but I'm still officially in command of this mission. If I issue an order to delay the strike, it'll confuse the chain of command and at least buy you some time. It'll give you a chance to escape.
But, Colonel, if you do that...
It's okay, Snake. The truth is, Foxhound was already the subject of an undercover investigation. Merrill was transferred to this base just before the terrorist attack as a way of manipulating me.
Those bastards.
I'm sorry. They forced me to cooperate in exchange for her life. You better get out of there, Snake.
Are you sure? It'll be bad for you.
Don't worry. It's the least I can do for you, after all the lies.
Colonel.
I'm ordering them to cancel the bombing run. After that, there's no turning back. What? What are you doing? What?
Snake!
Mei Ling, what happened to the Colonel?
I don't believe it.
What happened?
Snake, the Colonel!
Roy Campbell has been relieved of duty. This is the Secretary of Defense, Jim Houseman.
Put the Colonel back on.
He's been placed
No, this is the guy that
for leaking top secret information.
President Big was talking about.
Of high treason.
Ridiculous.
Yes, he's a ridiculous man. He truly believed that he was in command of this operation.
You bastard.
There won't be a speck of evidence left. I'm sure the President would want the same thing.
President ordered this?
The President is a busy man. I have complete authority here.
How do you plan on explaining a nuclear attack on Alaska to the media?
Don't worry. We've prepared a convincing cover story. We'll simply say that the terrorists exploded a nuclear device.
Smart. You'll be murdering everyone here. The scientists, the Genome Army, everyone.
Donald, the DARPA chief, is already dead.
So, you didn't mean to kill the DARPA chief after all.
He was my friend.
And you could care less about what happens to everybody else, huh?
Well, if you give
Snake,
me
you forgot DARPA chief was killed by
I
Ocelot.
might consider saving them.
What are you talking about?
Metal Gear's test data. Donald was
Hey,
supposed to
forget
bring it
about that.
back.
I don't have it.
I see. Oh well, that's okay. You two are an embarrassment from the 1970s. Our country's dirty little secret. You can't be allowed to live. Well, the bombs will be dropping soon, and you two have a lot of catching up to do. Farewell.
Can I see it again?
There's no way out for us. Let's finish this before the airstrike. You stole everything from me. Only your death can satisfy me. Only your death can return to me what is rightly mine. You'll make a beautiful sacrifice for our final battle. Do you see this? It will be the time limit for our final battle. This nuclear module is set to detonate at the precise moment of her death. If you win, you might still be able to save her. You
Oh,
could enjoy
sure.
one
Run the
brief
time.
moment of love If you cross this line, you'll fall. At this height, it will kill even you. Have at you, Snake.
Out of time.
Snake, I don't know anything about fighting, but you've got to beat Liquid.
Gotcha.
Snake, it is just you and Liquid now. There is no advice I can give you. Trust yourself. You have got to win. Snake? Do it for me, Snake.
Okay, Melee. Oh. Actually, finding the directional buttons might be better. Maybe. Maybe not.
Nice shot! Better hurry! It's going to blow! What's wrong,
Ah,
Snake?
we're gonna die.
What's wrong, Snake? What's
What
wrong,
the fuck
Snake?
was that?
Have at you, Snake.
Wait, after we died, we really? Oh.
Nice shot!
Wait, how was that happen? So 5 combo.
Better hurry! It's going to blow! What's wrong, Snake?
How's that? There we go.
Snake!
So yeah, I've seen people do this, and I don't know the timing of the punch button.
Meryl.
You got pretty much an infinite combo.
Meryl?
Snake, is that you? Snake, oh, you're alive! Thank God.
Meryl. Meryl, are you okay?
Are you okay? Is that all you can say?
Meryl, it must have been terrible.
Oh, it wasn't that bad. I didn't give in to the torture.
Torture?
And things even worse than that. I was fighting too. Just like you.
You're a strong woman.
Fighting them made me feel closer to you. I felt like you were there with me. It gave me the strength to go on. But I was scared.
I'm sorry.
Don't say that. But it made me realize
Oh. Oh.
during all the pain and shame, there was
Snake's
one thing
dummy
that
picking this one.
a single hope that I held on to. And that hope kept me alive. Snake, I wanted to see you again.
Meryl. That's my Kodak.
Snake, it's me.
Otacon, good news. Meryl's okay.
All right. You saved her, man. Good job.
I got some bad news, too. We're about to be bombed.
Oh, boy. I guess we're considered expendable.
Is there a way out of here?
A way out? Yeah. You can take the loading tunnel to the surface. There's a parking garage right next to you. The tunnel leads from there to the surface.
The door in front?
No. It's a small entrance to the west of that door.
How about the security?
I just unlocked it. Who do you think you're talking to? I'll take care of security along your escape route, too.
What are you going to do?
Me? I'll stay here.
Are you crazy?
I need a little more time to take care of your escape route.
But
unlocking the security doors is difficult work. Only I can do it.
Otacon.
Don't worry. I'm staying here. It's my own decision.
Otacon, this is a hardened shelter, but they're going to use a surface-piercing nuclear bomb. It won't hold.
I'm through regretting the past. Life isn't all about loss, you know. Snake, I'm a complete person now. I've found a reason to live.
Good. Don't die on me.
Same to you. Take care of Meryl, okay?
I will.
Okay, I gotta go. I promise I'll do something about your escape route.
Thanks.
Thanks? Well, that sounds nice.
I believe in you.
Thanks, Snake.
See you later, Otacon.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Probably next week.
What about him? Where's Otacon?
He's fighting right now. With his old self. To be the man he wants to be.
He's fighting for us too?
Yeah. And I don't want it to be in vain.
Me too.
Meryl.
Snake.
No time for looking.
It started.
I must be heavy.
Looks like we're not gonna have a love scene after all.
Looks that way. Too bad.
Oh yeah, how's that psychotherapy working for you?
Snake, it's freezing outside. You need some clothes.
What about you?
There's my sneaking suit.
Hurry up.
Oh, found a random jacket. Still exposes her arms though.
Looking good, Snake. Hurry! I'll drive. Damn, a surveillance camera. Damn, no keys. All right, keys. I got it, Snake. Jump in. Fire that machine gun with your weapon rifle. Shoot him, Snake.
I'm trying to shoot. I'm trying to shoot.
Snake, hold on.
It's my other number. It does move faster with this.
We'll never make it. Snake, clear a path. Okay, Snake, let's go.
I'm gonna say like this.
We're not out of the woods yet.
Here they come!
We'll never make it. Snake, clear a path. Get it, Snake.
Not yet, Snake! It's not over yet!
It wasn't actually until, like, well, not recently, but a few years later that I found out that you can actually shoot first person during this time. Which probably would have saved my 11-year-old self the headache. So, okay. Just a little bit more. So grab one more ration.
Look, Snake, daylight. We're gonna crash.
There we go.
Meryl, are you okay?
Yeah, just a little shook up.
Meryl, can you move?
It's no good. I can't move.
What happened to Liquid?
I can't see him either.
He's dead.
Uh-oh. Snake! Snake!
Nope. I'm pretty sure everybody else struggled with the fox side before dying. He just died just like that.
If he's dead, that means...
He didn't have the dummy thick genes.
Say it, Snake.
What happened to the air raid? No stealth bombers in sight.
Snake, can you hear me?
Colonel,
Are you okay?
I mean, can you actually...
what happened?
The Secretary of Defense
Can you
has
actually
been arrested.
outlast the timer?
Early retirement.
Arrested?
I was able to get into contact with the President. Metal Gear, the training
Because I
exercise...
dumped the responsibility for you to outlast the timer.
Acting alone?
At least not that I
What happened to
noticed.
the air raid and the nuclear strike?
Because at every... Well, maybe...
F-117s and the
If we
B-2
just stay
Spirits
stuck
have
around the
returned to
tunnel
base. Once again, I have
before you get to the
complete
car.
authority over this operation.
I
Yeah.
see.
Probably.
Washington isn't stupid enough to use nukes to cover up a few secrets.
I wonder about that.
In any case, the danger's over. Thanks, Snake.
Colonel, you can rest easy. Meryl's fine.
Really? Thanks. Thank you, Snake. Snake, I'm sorry. I kept a lot of things from you.
It's okay, Colonel.
Snake, I'm not a colonel.
Oh, that's right.
I've got a present for you. There's a snowmobile close to you. Mei Ling saw it on the satellite photos. This time of year, the glaciers are pretty calm. You should be able to ride right out of there. I'll bet the boys at the DIA and the NSA never expected you to come home alive.
Me neither. I better not show my face around here.
No danger of that. You two officially died after your Jeep sank into the ocean.
That's not too far from the truth.
Also, there's a helicopter waiting for you on Fox Island.
Dr. Hal Emmerich should be somewhere on the base. I want someone to bring him in.
I understand. Leave it to me.
Okay, Roy. Are you gonna be okay?
Don't worry. I've got an insurance policy. A hard copy of all Mei Ling's data. As long as I've
My
got
saved
that,
data.
you, me, and Mei Ling will be fine.
The battery on these nanomachines will run out soon. They won't be able to follow us.
I guess we won't meet again.
Don't worry. I'll pay you a visit sometime.
Really? I look forward to that.
Roy, just tell me one thing.
What?
About Fox Die.
Meryl will be fine. She wasn't included in its programming.
What about me? It killed Liquid.
Naomi said that she wants to talk to you face to face about that.
How is she?
Don't worry. Mei Ling is with her right now. I'm switching over to Naomi.
Well,
Snake, it's me.
Naomi,
I heard about my brother.
I'm sorry. But he had one last message he wanted to say to you. He told me to tell you to forget about him and to go on with your own life.
Frankie said that?
Yeah. He also said he'll always love you. Naomi, your brother just saved you, me, and the whole world. He fought with every ounce of strength in his body.
Maybe. Maybe now he's finally found some peace. He wasn't really my brother anymore. Ever since he fought with you in Zanzibar, he's been like a ghost.
he was obsessed with me.
A ghost looking for a place to die.
Liquid died from Fox Die too. What about me? When am I gonna go?
That's up to you.
What do you mean?
Everybody dies when their time is up.
Yeah.
When's mine up?
It's up to you how you use the time left to you. Live, Snake. That's all I can say to you.
You know, when she's not hostile, she's still infuriating.
Each person is born with their fate written into their own genetic code. It's unchangeable, immutable. But that's not all there is to life. I finally realized that. I told you before, the reason that I was interested in genes and DNA, because I wanted to know who I was, where I came from. I thought that if I analyzed my DNA, I could find out who I was, who my parents were, and I thought that if I knew that, then I'd know what path I should take in life. But I was wrong. I didn't find anything. I didn't learn anything. Just like with the genome soldiers, you can input all the genetic information, but that doesn't make them into the strongest soldiers. The most we can say about DNA is that it governs a person's potential strengths, potential destiny. You mustn't allow yourself to be chained to fate, to be ruled by your genes. Humans can choose the type of life they want to live. Snake, whether or not you're in the Fox Die program isn't important. The important thing is that you choose life. And then live. Don't you think, Snake? Don't worry. I'm going to choose life too. Until today, I've always looked for a reason to live. But from here on, I'm going to just live.
Really?
Genes exist to pass down
Oh,
our hopes
not
and
them.
dreams for the future through our children. Living is a link to the future. That's how all life works. Loving each other, teaching each other. That's how we can change the world. I finally realized it. The true meaning of life. Thank you, Snake.
Look, I found this.
Let's keep it as a reminder.
Of what? A reminder of a successful mission? Or the first time we met?
A reminder of how to live.
Huh?
Until today, I've lived only for myself. Survival has been the only thing I cared about in my life.
That's not just you. That's how everyone is.
I only felt truly alive when I was staring death in the face. I don't know. Maybe it's written into my genes.
What about now? What do your genes say about your future now?
Maybe it's time I live for someone else.
Someone else?
Yeah. Someone like you.
But not to you specifically.
So, where to, Snake?
David. My name's David.
Okay. So where to, Dave?
I think it's time we look for a new path in life.
A new path?
A new purpose.
Will we find it?
We'll find it. I know we'll find it.
What are those?
Caribou. To the Aleutians, the caribou is a symbol of life. It'll be spring here soon.
For us too?
Yeah. Spring brings new life to everything. It's a time for hope. I've lived here a long time, but Alaska has never looked more beautiful. The sky, the sea, the caribou, and most of all, you.
I think I'm gonna like this new life.
Come on. Let's enjoy life.
How do we go? 90s, there were more than 60,000 nuclear warheads in the world at all times. Total destructive power is amounted to a million times that of the Hiroshima A-bomb. February 1993 started to assign in the United States and Russia, which reduces the number deployed strategic nuclear warheads to 3,000. As of 1998, there's still 26,000 nuclear warheads in the world. So yeah, I guess next week we'll be starting out with Sons of Liberty. Now that one is the MGS game I played the least. I mostly fooled around with it. So I'm not sure how long, but whatever. I should just play it, or I'm thinking of maybe collecting the dog tags, but I don't know. Maybe I'll do that for, either off stream or I don't know. Maybe do it at a stream that's not on a Monday. Downtown. Maybe soon you're gonna. So all these shots are from Alaska. So Alaska's not completely frozen then.
Nobody knows who I really am. Yes, the DARPA chief knew my identity, but he's been disposed of. Yes, the inferior one was the winner after all.
Plot twist.
That's right. Until the very end, Liquid thought he was the inferior one. Yes, sir, I agree completely. It takes a well-balanced individual such as yourself to rule the world. No, sir. No one knows that you were the third one, Solidus. What should I do about the woman? Yes, sir. I'll keep her under surveillance. Yes. Thank you. Goodbye, Mr. President.
Bum, bum, bum. So, how do we do? Took us 8 hours, 49 minutes, and 8 seconds. 17 saves, 2 continues. Found 6 times. Killed 43. Used 29 rations. Leopard. But being found. I remember we touched a thing when we tried to get the PSG-1. Then we're also found in that, you know, what about that? In the furnace. That was BS. But for the 4 times, I guess the one would be when we went up the communications tower. And then on the elevator? Maybe? I don't know. And also, yeah, in the snow, no, not the snowfield. In the snowfield where we fought the tank, we got found out by the sentries there. Okay. So we are the leopard. I don't know how good that is or how bad that is. Yes. I'm just exploding. So yeah, that is it for today for Metal Gear Mondays. But yeah, definitely a huge improvement from way back when I was 11 years old. I don't keep repeating that. Going I keep getting Puma, and I was playing on easy mode too. I think. Can't remember if it's easy or very easy. So yeah. Man, it's insane how people can do this in hard mode or extreme mode, considering that there's no radar. Yep. Nice trip down memory lane. So yeah, if you want more Metal Gear, come back next week. We're doing Sons of Liberty. And what else? Yeah, pretty much it. But there's really no need to do in summary, where you just finish it. What else? Anything else I need to add? Not really. Oh yeah. They're gonna flip out how Otacon looks in the second game. I'd say the reason why he looks the way he is in this game is because he's probably in this base for many weeks working on Metal Gear. Guy hasn't had a chance to shave or clean up that's why it looked like that. Yeah. Actually, I was at Liberty. So we dropped by. And if you're interested in my previous streams, you can check out my YouTube channel. Quads Under Raw. It serves as an archive for my streams on Twitch, but I occasionally stream on YouTube under Residence Under Raw. So feel free to check that as well, where I played Yakuza 0 to 6. But yeah, if you made it this far, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you next time. Bye.
High-Tech Special Forces Unit Foxhound, your former unit.